Hey guys, Darth Zara here once again. Today we are reviewing Bayonetta, part of Square Enix's Play Arts Kai action figure line. This is one of two figures released in the Bayonetta series. You have Bayonetta and her rival ex-friend Jenna, and it's pretty damn impressive. It's 9 inches tall, comes with an extra set of hands and 4 guns. Uh, 2 for the hands and 2 for her feet. And as you can see here, it's very highly detailed, and that's one of the great things about Square Enix. Let's just zoom in, and so you can take a little bit closer look at that. As you can see, it's very cleanly painted. All the paint apps are nice and beautiful. Her face is, gorgeous to look at. A lot of detail there, a lot of personality. Has that trademark mole on her face. And a little amulet on her chest. All the great detail in the hair, the string and the jewelry in the hair. Looking over at the gun, a lot of great detail there. Multiple colors being used, gold, kind of a copper red being used on the gun. This little bit's loose, nice and on a little independent ring, which is very nice, beautifully done. Just spin that center, pan down. Very, very nice. Nicely done. And let's move down to her feet, where we can see the ankle pistols attached to the back of her heel. Just refer to the intro of this video on how the pistols are applied. Just spin that around so you can see what she looks like on the back. And we'll pan up. Zoom out a little bit. Great detail on that her little side kind of bat wings attached to her arms. Very nicely. It has a nice gloss to it. Looks very leathery. Very nice. Nice red ribbon on the back there. And another look at the gun. So very highly stylized, and the style of the game. She has very long limbs and a very small head in relation to the rest of her body. It's like 2 sizes too small, but it works. I mean, it's within the style of the games. I mean, you play the game and you'll notice it's pretty much a perfect match in terms of its sculpting. It matches the video game design perfectly. So if you're a fan of the video game, you'll definitely be impressed and probably want to own this figure. So let's take a look at some other things like the articulation. So articulation wise, let's start with the hair on the back. The hair and this long red ribbon is very flexible, so you won't have to worry about it breaking or anything like that as you're turning the head around. So that's nice. The head is ball jointed here at the top where it meets the neck, so you can get a nice rotation all around. The lower neck where it meets the torso is ball jointed as well, so it's another independent piece. Very nice. Ball hinge jointed arms here at the top where it meets the torso. 360 rotation on the arms here at the top. Single jointed elbows and ball jointed wrists, and of course they're removable. Just refer to the intro of this video, how to take off the hands and put on the guns. Ball jointed torso here, upper torso. Ball jointed waist. The waist here is made of a very flexible material, similar to the hair. Not as well, yeah, just about the same material. So it's flexible. So as you're moving the ball jointed legs around, which you can get 360 rotation and pull all kinds of angles off, this will move accordingly and it'll stretch in areas that are important to pull off moves, because she does crazy moves in the game, and that's a nice design element. Double jointed knees, and they turn a little bit at the pegs where they're inserted into the legs, and this leg and that leg, so you can kind of turn it a little bit, rotate it, should I say. So that's very cool. And then nice rotation here on the foot. You can, of course, you can turn it 360 all around. So also to point out is these bat kind of wings attached to her arms. They're on a peg here. Let's pull it out. You can see what it looks like. So there's the peg, and there's a little hole here where you insert it back in, and tucks right in, and you can kind of turn it. Actually, it does turn pretty well. There's a lot of weight to this thing, so it does tend to fall off, but yeah, that's about it. So that's articulation. Final thoughts on Bayonetta. A lot of the joints are very loose, especially in the arms and the legs where they meet the torso. And that's kind of the important places to have really tight joints, especially for dynamic poses. I was very surprised that Square Enix didn't have a base for this figure. So I had to bust out my old Tamashi stands made by Bandai. And they really work well with this figure. But I was kind of disappointed that Square Enix didn't throw in a base for this action figure. Kind of weird, because all their Final Fantasy figures have stands, so I was kind of scratching my head on that one. But yeah, that's definitely one thing to look out for, loose joints. Another thing are the gun accessories. They tend to fall off a lot if they're not, it's tightly secure in the hands or in the ankle boots. So keep that in mind. But other than that, those are really the two things I would look out for as you consider buying this or even playing around with it, to be honest. Do I recommend it to you guys? Yeah, I guess. If you're a Bayonetta fan, definitely. You'll enjoy this figure. It's very accurate to the video game design. So you can pull off some really great poses as long as you have a good stand to support it. So, but for I think the general action figure guy, it's kind of a maybe not. So it's really if you dig this design of a character like this and you want to add her to your collection. So there it is, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Feel free to comment on Bayonetta, and we will see you guys next time. Take care.